James Harrison, your former linebacker, yet again suspended now on his hit on Colt McCoy. I think we all thought that he was going to be suspended. What is disappointing to me, however, is some of the comments that are coming out of Pittsburgh after the suspension about how they're not going to change the way they play. What is he talking about there?
Well, Boom, you know what? I think there's a lot of emotion.
Don't get soft now because he's a Pittsburgh Steeler now.
I'm not getting soft.
Okay.
I mean, he has to change the way he's playing. And I think there's no question Mike Tomlin, as you saw James Ferrier even talking about the fact that, you have to do it. Number one is you're hurting your team if you don't. Not just by the penalty, but the fact that he's not on the field.
Right.
So, I think the thing that has some message is, you know what, you don't have to agree with it. And I understand it. It changes almost fundamentally how you've played the game for so long. But you have to adhere to the changes in the game. And you have to learn to play within the structure and the rules. You don't have to totally change your game. But you have to understand that quarterbacks and receivers are different when they're in a defenseless position. Defenseless defenders, and you have to change your mindset when you come to those situations.
You're a defensive coach. That was your background, and you were always about intimidation. I remember playing against you. When you were assistant coach in Cleveland, when you were assistant coach in Kansas City, you coached the linebackers there. Then you come to Pittsburgh, and you carry on the legacy of great defense and intimidating defenses.
Totally.
But there is a line, is there not?
No, there is a line. I mean, listen, the game, it's a physical game. It's an aggressive game. And, there are times when they've gone through this, as we've done in the last couple of years, there's been a transition taking place as to what you can and can't do.
Is the game rougher now than it was when we played?
No, I think they're trying to become more protective. I think the helmets are heavier.
Right.
I think that you're looking at that. I mean, but I think it's still the same physical game. It's a contact sport. And the thing they're trying to do is protect, players who are out there playing. And I understand it. And there's a fine line. And I'm sure a lot of these hits are non-intentional. It's almost the tendency, if you're going to hit anybody, of leaning forward.
Right.
And I'm going to talk about this on Sunday in our show, but there are certain ways that you need to go about tackling people when they are, whether it's a quarterback or it's a receiver, it's in a defenseless position, that you have to change your tactics.
Just don't lower your helmet and don't lead like a missile.
You can't do it, but you don't have to change the way you play the game, as James talked about.
All right, well said.